Hey everybody, welcome to episode 26 of From Ground to Games. If you're new here, thank you so much for checking out this video. What I have done is picked up change that I found on the ground, collected that, purchased one video game, sold that, and took those profits and continued to reinvest it in my game fund, and by buying and selling video games, DVDs, electronics, anything like that, continuing to reinvest everything I'm making to buy and sell more video games, and ultimately I am building a video game collection from the change that I have found on the ground. If you've never seen one of my videos, please go back and watch them from the beginning. You can see how I have a video game collection basically for free since I did not use any of my own money. Now, last week we had some huge finds. We found Silent Hill 4, the room for the PC. We found Mega Man X, one of the best games for the Super Nintendo, as well as Iki's Wrecking Balls for the Nintendo 64. I'm glad to finally start getting some other things in my collection that I didn't think I really would in the beginning of this. PC games, Nintendo 64 games, Super Nintendo games, a lot of Nintendo cartridges that I hoped to get in the collection. I am finally starting to get some of those. And this is and has been my first full week in Maine. This is the last week that you will see some old video of Houston. I had a few more bits and pieces of video before I moved up to Maine, and so now you will exclusively see me video game hunting in Maine. But I've been here for about a week. The video games are pretty scarce, I will say. There's only a few thrift stores, a few pawn shops, that Bull Moose that I've been talking about, which is like a video game store. They have a GameStop. And so I think I'm going to have to be creative on finding video games in a small town in Maine. But I'm happy to show it to you because I truly think that no matter where you are in the United States, maybe in the world, that there's an opportunity to buy and sell and build a video game collection from that. So without further ado, let's get into week 26. Good. There you go.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
It.
Yeah, have a good one. Got it, y'all. All right, y'all just saw it. I know it's a little dark in here. It's raining outside, but I just picked this up. Facebook Marketplace deal for $25. Sadly, it doesn't have the cards just like my other one, but bought the other one for $60. This one, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Eternal Duelist Soul for $25. An amazing deal. I'll break it down and show y'all to it in a little while, but extremely excited to add this to the collection. Alright y'all, so I just went in this movies and games. It's in like the Houston Sugarland area. Let me show you what I bought. Alright, so you saw Resident Evil 6 for the PS. So this is Resident Evil Director's Cut 1, 2, 3 Nemesis, 4, 5 Gold Edition, and 6. They're all like codes, and I don't think any of the codes work anymore. But this thing's worth $40 with the slipcase. Had it for $12. This is the place I told y'all about in like episode 3 or 4 that if you pay with cash, they don't charge tax. So no tax, and I had a $5 coupon. So this only cost me $7 today. So $7 into 40, I will take that every day of the week. Glad I was able to come here. I tried to trade in that PS3 Warriors of Rock complete set that I bought. When I bought it, I didn't look at it because it was only $30. It's missing like the brain unit on the drums. And so I think I'm gonna have a very hard time selling that. I didn't know that when I was trying to trade it into McKay's. If I would have, I probably just would have traded it into McKay's. So I'm probably gonna I'm going back to Nashville for one day before I officially move to a new state. So I'm probably gonna take it to McKay's and see what I can get for it. And pretty much anything over 30 bucks, I'm gonna take it just so I'm not out money. Oh yeah, so you saw me pick this up. In the last video at that movie and game store. It doesn't have any of the codes in there, so it's just kind of the disc and this, but I still think I can get like $25 or $30 for these two, even without the codes, because I think the codes, even if they weren't here, they wouldn't work anyways, so they're pretty much useless. So still a good pickup for $12. I should be able to a little bit over double my money on this one, so good find. Yeah, so I got 2 games from Goodwill this morning. Right, only reason I got 2 of them is because I had a $5 off coupon for my birthday that was last month. And this is my last day in Houston before I actually move, so let me show you what I got. All right, so it was $322, right, for these 2 games. Ultimate Board Game Collection. Only reason I got this is because I needed to buy something else to use my $5 off coupon, so I just got this. I don't care about this at all. But I don't like Tiger Woods Golf, right, and any other Wii games that they had. Zero interest in, so I just bought that one. This is the real one that I wanted. Remember, I love everything Christmas, and so I think I have Santa Claus Came to Town, and now gonna add Rudolph to the collection, so I'll keep this one forever. I just love this kind of stuff. But for $322 for 2 games, $1.60 each, you cannot beat it. All right, y'all, so this is my new place in Maine. So my wife and I just moved. As you all know, I travel a lot for work, and so this is all I was able to bring, right? Not much stuff. Stuff on the right over here is all of my sale. Stuff on the right, or on the left, excuse me, is stuff that I was able to bring that I just recently purchased to keep for the game collection. So you'll see Scream VHS, right? Still trying to buy this. Gotta have that. That's the $25 Yu-Gi-Oh! I just bought. Mega Man X, missing the manual, so I might try to complete this. It is very jacked up. McKay's put the sticker right here over this. I didn't do this when I pulled the sticker off, but $40 for Mega Man X, great buy. Complete, it is a little jank, but $21 for complete N64 game. These are the games that I just bought for $3 a piece that I'm going to keep in my collection. I like King Kong. Doom, I like Doom. Transformers, I think this one's like 40 or 50 bucks, but probably going to keep it in the collection for now. If I need money, I'll sell it. Hulk is my favorite superhero of all time, so got the Switch games. A few of the Wii games I just bought. And then this, I can actually start to show off everything I have for sale. So from now on, I'll start showing y'all what I have for sale every time I sell it. All right, y'all, so I sold a few things, right? So you noticed, remember, I bought these 3 Vixen CDs for 99 cents a piece at a Goodwill. I had them all 3 posted for $50. Someone messaged me and asked me if I would sell just this one alone, and we came up with $20 for just this one. So $1 and a 20, great purchase and a great flip. And then I sold 2 games. I just sold this one for $8 to move it, Dirt for the PS3. And then I also just sold Ultimate Alliance and Forza Motor 2 and then Motorsport 3. I just sold these 2 games for $12. So trying to move some inventory to get some money into our game fund. I'm hoping, since I moved to Maine, that I can buy a big purchase pretty soon. And so these are great flips.
Wow. Yeah. Take it easy, man. Some money. All set with these ones?
Yeah, can I just didn't know what you would do for those.
I don't know yet. Bring them up to the front.
Yes, sir.
I haven't looked them up. Well, that one there is going to cost you some money.
Yeah, that's an expensive one.
It is.
I know that one. Yep.
I think the last time I looked this up, it was like $80.
Yeah.
$100 for all 3.
I'll do it. That works for me. That's the only way to do it. Thanks,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
You get a lot of video games in here all the time?
Everything filters in and out, bud.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'll come back. All right, y'all. Just walked out of this GameStop that's right there. Somebody just walked in there and tried to sell these Xbox 360s. They're gross. They are extremely dirty. They were his, but he didn't have cords. GameStop wouldn't take them. And so he literally was talking to the associate and was like, I'm going to just chunk these in the garbage can. And so I just literally just asked him if I could have them. He's like, yeah, sure, take them, because if not, they're going in the garbage. So I got two free Xbox 360s. So let's try to find some cords and stuff and see if they work. All right, y'all. So these are my pickups from yesterday. You saw in the first video. All right, y'all. So obviously, when I went back and looked at my phone, unfortunately, my phone did not record the pickup with the Rock Band 4 and the Halo 5 and the EV game, right? Unfortunately. But, so this is what happened. So, I went in there, asked him if he had video games. He said, no, they don't sell here, so I don't buy them anymore. So I looked around his shop, and he literally had the EV game sitting on a counter, the Madden game sitting on a counter. The two Xbox games were just sitting on the floor in the back. And so after talking to him a little bit, I was like, well, there's some games over here. Would you sell them? So he walks over there. He picks them up, and he's like, these are all from deals from a long time ago. He's like, I don't sell games anymore, like I said. So make an offer for them, and you can have them. And I was like, okay. I didn't want to lowball them, right? So I just thought a good amount, right? It was like $5 a game for 20 bucks. I was like, would you do 20 bucks? He said, yes, sure. Perfect. Because I knew Rock Band was worth like 40 or 50 bucks. So I was like, all right, I'm winning. And then I'm going to probably keep the Switch game, see if I can find a case for it. And then he had Madden 12, just a loose disc that I'll probably trade in somewhere if I can. But pretty good for $20. I will take that every single day of the week. But just wanted to explain it because, unfortunately, my phone did not record. $20 in, right? He threw this one in at the very end when he was just going through his stuff that he found. So I'm going to keep everything except Rock Band 4. Going to sell Rock Band 4. This sells for like 40 or 50 bucks. So $20 into this, and we get to add a few games. Finally get to add. I've been wanting to find one of these in the wild for a while now. So good to finally add that. I don't really care. I like Halo, of course. Madden 64, meh. And then Madden 12, whatever. Okay? And then the next one. You heard this, right? I think you saw maybe a piece of it. I don't know if you could really see the Baldur's Gate game. I paid $100 for these 3 games, okay? I had no clue what these were worth. I've been wanting a fishing game for a while. I think they're pretty fun just to do this, to kind of kill some time. This one had no clue, but it looked cool. I don't think these are worth very much. $10, maybe $20. If you know anything about Switch games and this Baldur's Gate, this one I used to have, but I sold it. But it was before the 3rd game came out, and this thing skyrocketed in value. I think this goes for like $100 to $130 now. So to get these 3 games for $100, I will take that. And I'm probably going to keep all of them in the collection for now. If I need some money, I'll sell Baldur's Gate. And then this one, guys, Bull Moose. As I told y'all, this is kind of like a video and game store here in the main area. Looked all through the store. This is the only thing I could find that was like good enough for a profit. You see, that's what I paid, right? $79.09 is what I paid for this. I'm gonna probably list it for like $150, $160. I've had this one on the PS4, never on the PS5. A great find. It's going to be a great sell. I should close to double my money. And then the 2 dirty Xbox 360s that went into a GameStop because they're doing their 4 for $40 right now. Didn't find anything I wanted, but found some gross 360s from a guy who was just going to throw them away since GameStop would not take them. So these 2 free consoles, I will take that all day of the week. So a pretty successful day/week of game hunting. My first week in Maine has been amazing. Like I said, I didn't think I'd be able to find that much stuff, but just going around the one day that I was able to go video game hunting. I am extremely excited and happy to see what else I can find coming up in these next few weeks. Another pro tip, guys. So I got these three for $100 at a pawn shop. He did not look into these up, but he knew this one was worth money, unfortunately. A tip that I have is when you're going up to pawn shops or garage sales or flea markets, wherever you like to shop, if you bring up a bundle of games, they are more likely to give you a deal on them. So the one I wanted was this one. I'm probably going to keep it in the collection. I think with Baldur's Gate 3 releasing, I think it was like a year or 2 years ago, I think this is cool. And so I'm going to keep that in the collection. And then the other games, just like the fishing game, this one, didn't look either of them up, but it was two of the better Switch games that he had there. So $100 for these three because I asked to do a bundle, or he just said he'd do $100 for the three, so that was a good deal. Guys, I guess I'm going to be the Game Boy Advance Yu-Gi-Oh guy, but I can't believe I found another boxed Game Boy Advance Yu-Gi-Oh game. Completely crazy. This one for only $25. A great steal to me, because I think that one's also worth like $60. Unfortunately, didn't have the cards, but I'll deal with it. And guys, $79. Is this the greatest game of all time? I know to a lot of people, Final Fantasy VII is the greatest RPG of all time. It's a lot of people's favorite game. It's a GOAT. It's a grail, right? To a lot of individuals. Found it for $79. I think this goes for $150 to $200, and there's not that many for sale on eBay. So that's what I'm going to post it for. I'm going to try to get $200 out of it. But this is how you build a game collection. Buy stuff that you don't want to sell it to get games that you want. If I can sell this and double my money, that will be amazing. But it's always nice to buy games that other people consider are the greatest games of all time. And I know this is really high on a lot of people's list. I've had this for the PS4 before, never had it for the PS5, never seen it for the PS5. So it's really cool to be able to buy that and to try to sell it to make some money. And then, y'all, we got 2 free Xbox 360s just by going in a GameStop and listening to someone have a conversation. And then I waited outside for like 30 seconds for him to come out, and he just gave them to me. It's been a crazy week, 26, for the From Ground to Games collection. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and then let me know down below if you are enjoying it. Do you think Final Fantasy VII is the greatest game of all time? Or let me know if you've ever been to Maine and some of the locations that you have found video games that you think I might be able to find some real winners as well. I'm Jeff. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all next week.